In a lengthy speech to mark India's Independence Day amid a trade war with the U.S., Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged India to move towards more self-reliance. Modi said everything from fertilizers to jet engines and EV batteries should be manufactured in India. He also vowed to protect farmers and announced lower taxes to boost consumptions. But Modi did not directly mention U.S. tariffs. Donald Trump imposed an additional 25% tariff on Indian goods last week, which would raise duties on some Indian exports to as high as 50%. Our new Delhi Bureau Chief, Sandra Petersman, has more. Sandra, what else did Prime Minister Modi say in his speech?
Well, Nicole, he really focused very much on this whole concept of self-reliance. That was the most intense part of his speech. And let me perhaps take you straight to some of his quotes, what he literally really said there. Let me glance at my notes. He said, being dependent on other countries is a recipe for disaster. He then added, to build a truly self-reliant India, we must achieve energy independence. And he then added, we have to be self-reliant in critical minerals too. So to sum it up, from missile and drones to, like you said, EV batteries and even social media platforms to exploring the deep sea and space, India wants to do it itself. That at least is Prime Minister Modi's vision. And all of this has, of course, to be seen against the backdrop of the ongoing trade war with US President Donald Trump. India is facing combined duties of 50%, despite being a key strategic partner of the United States. And if you break those up, 25% are because India doesn't open its market enough for US consumer goods, and the other 25% are because India continues to purchase much of its crude oil in Russia, Nicole.
The US and its president notably absent from Modi's speech, but they were there between the lines pretty much everywhere, weren't they?
Yes, they were there everywhere, and at one section in particular, I would say, where Modi referred to himself in third person. Let me quote this passage. Modi said, Modi will stand like a wall against any policy threatening our farmers and fishermen. India will never compromise when it comes to protecting the interests of its farmers. Now, Trump, of course, is demanding much more access to the vast Indian agrarian market. The US wants to export maize and soya beans and ethanol and dairy products to India, but India says no, also through very high non-tariff barriers. And that is why the negotiations about a bilateral trade agreement between India and the US have all but collapsed. And we don't really know if there is a possibility, when Modi draws such a strict red line, to sign this agreement anytime soon. But as he said, he wants to stand like a wall. He wants to stand tall.
Other than that, any surprises at this year's Independence Day celebrations?
Probably the length of his speech. He set a new record for the longest ever Indian Independence Day address, breaking his own record of last year. Today's was 1 hour and 43 minutes. And of course, he gave a little present to his people. He promised to bring down the goods and services tax in October, which is the festival of Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights, which would make life a lot cheaper here in India for many.
That was Sandra Petersman, our new Delhi Bureau Chief. Thanks so much.